Yeah, hi there. These comments are for EA. I'm just using your initials for privacy purposes. And I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And you're one of my students in the English language program here at California State University, San Bernardino. And like many of my online students, you completed the pronunciation pretest for my online TOEFL course. I'm now going to listen to the different parts of the pretest and give you suggestions as is appropriate.
Honor, over, pot, boat, wrong, grow, honor, over, father, the.
That last sound you have to make it a little bit longer. Though.
Pat, pot, mop, mop, tuck, on, mock.
You had a little bit of trouble with some of these words here, so you want to repeat after me. Let's practice. Pat, pot, map, mop, tack, talk, and on, mac, mock.
Bright, brown, broil, lie, louse, loyal, pie, pound,
Okay.
gate, get, late, let, mate, met, blade, bless,
Nice.
done.
The last word is Dane, den. Again, Dane, den. So we're focusing on the long and the short vowels here.
Meat, Pete, lip.
Now this is killing your pronunciation right now. This is critical. This is not good at all. I'll give you some feedback here in just a minute.
Lip, sit, heat.
No. So you got to look at this one. You have the E, I. Right? You're saying meet, Pete, leap, and so on. You have to say meet, mit, Pete, pit, leap, lip, seat, sit, heat, hit. This is causing you a lot of trouble. Now I'll tell you why. In Spanish, you don't really have the I, the mit, pit, lip, sit, hit. That vowel sound you don't have, so it's going to be hard for you to master this sound. You can do it, but we're going to have to practice. It's going to be practice. You and I have to practice on this. All right, let's keep going.
Look, luck, took, tool, dough.
No, that's tough, not though. Tough.
Cool.
Okay, trouble here also, especially the first three. You have Luke. No, wait a minute. Look, Luke, luck. Took, tool, tough. Could, cool.
Match, much, cheap, sheep, feature, chaffed, share.
Yeah, this is a little hard too on this one, so you need to practice this again. So this is lesson number 13. And remember, each of these words, there is a lesson that represents each of these pairs of words that you practice, at least a 10 to 15 minute lesson, right? So lesson 13, let's practice together one more time. You have the CH, ch, and the SH, sh, right? Match, mash, cheap, sheep, feature, fisher, chaffed, shaft, cheer, shear.
Off, have, fine, vine, fan, van, wafer, waver.
Not bad. The initial V, the vine and van, you're almost there 80%, but I think you still need some practice here. You need to pronounce the V with more vibration. So let's try them again here. Let's start from the beginning. Off, of, half, have, fine, vine, fan, van, wafer, waver. So particularly with lesson 14, pay attention to the V consonant when it's at the beginning of a word.
How, have it, who, rehash, behavior, hate, Batman, beaten, important, brightening, attract, treating it.
Pretty good. I think you still need a little bit of practice here, but you're almost there. So lesson 15, the problem here is it's called the glottal stop. You can learn more about it when you go to lesson 15. So let's start with Batman. So we say Batman, bitten, important, brightening, hat rack, threatened, threatened. All right.
Major, measure, fragile, Fraser, legend, legend.
Legion, legend, legion.
Engine, assure, large, Asia.
Not bad. I still think you need a little more practice with the j. Measure, Fraser, legion, azure, Asia. That particular sound you can practice a little bit more. I think the J is okay.
Cake, cake,
No, wait. When the K's at the end of the word, because it's a voiceless consonant, the vowel which precedes it is longer. So then we have cake, keg.
ink, sack, cane, gain, cup, gup, lake, lug.
Again, lake, lag. So the main thing that you want to remember here, when the G's at the end of the word, the vowel is longer. When the K's at the end, the vowel which precedes it is shorter. So, repeat these. Cake, keg. Sink, sag. Came, game. Cap, gap. Lake, lag.
Lin, rear, better, luggage, rug.
When you say the word, it's rugged. ED at the end. You have to create a new syllable there. So rugged, rugged.
Butter, right, light, committed, pace, vase, flap, glove, cup, cove, lap, love, pay, bay.
You're getting there. You pretty much know how to pronounce those two sounds. But same with the K and the G. When the P's at the end of the word, the vowel which precedes it is shorter. When the B's at the end, the vowel sound is longer because the P is a voiceless consonant and the B is a voice consonant. And voiced and voiceless just means when you say the P, there's no vibration here. When you say B, there is vibration in your vocal folds, right? So then let's repeat these one more time. Okay. Pace, bass. Flap, flab. Cap, cab. Lap, lab. Pay, bay.
Lice, lice, zip, zip, zoo, zoo, maze, maze, Eliza, Eliza.
This is tough for you too. This is a hard one. So I think in Spanish the S and the Z are similar. They have similar sounds. However, in English, as you see in this lesson here, they're different. So you need to pronounce the Z more like with more vibration. Z. And then the S is S. Okay, so let's try some. Let's repeat these together. Lice, lies. Sip, zip. Sue, zoo. Mace, maze. Eliza, Eliza.
Multiply. Robert. Example.
The first word is multiple, not multiply. Multiple.
Pressure. Principle. Number. People. Philosopher.
Okay?
Volcanism. Written.
When you say that first word, volcanism, put more stress on the first syllable. Volcanism.
Maximum. Question. Summer. Reason. Champ. Often.
Chasm, chasm.
Deep. Deep. Hard. Hard. Tight. Tide. Train. Brain. Fat. Fat. Team. Dream.
Pretty good. And you're making the distinction. I like how at the end you said fat, fad. Cart, card. Again, that same pattern I've been explaining to you before. That T is a voiceless consonant. There's no vibration here, so the vowel which precedes it is shorter. The D is a voice consonant, so the vowel which precedes that sound is longer. That's why you did. You said cart, card. Fat, fat. Hold on, the lights went off. Give me a second. Okay, now, my main suggestion here is the T. When the T's in the beginning of the word, for example, the word tide, tight, you're almost, but not maybe 100% pronouncing it with enough air there. So I think that's a lesson you can also take a look at.
Tight. Day. Breathe.
No, it's not tie, it's thigh. You got to get the tongue between the teeth. Thigh, thy.
Breath. Breathe.
Good.
Teeth. Teeth.
Teeth, teeth.
True. Though. Work. Working.
You're almost there, but you're still having some trouble. I think you should take a look at this lesson too. All right. So what do we know now? Here's what we know. There are some lessons I think that you can focus on in order to improve your intelligibility of American English. I have some good information for you now. Lesson number 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 23, and lesson number 24. So what do you do now? Your first assignment is you should start going through all these pronunciation lessons, all of them. Now, once you get to lesson number 7, you need to send me the voice recording exercises for that lesson. At the end of each lesson, you have voice recording 1, voice recording 2. The first voice recording, you'll be reading some sample sentences. In the second voice recording, you read a paragraph. And that lets me know if you have mastered the sounds in that lesson. Now to give you more feedback. Once you've done lesson 7, then you go to lesson 8. Now don't go to 8 until you get feedback from me. I'll give you feedback based on lesson 7. Maybe you still need to work on that lesson, or I will tell you you're ready to move on. Alright? So today, your first homework assignment is to complete lesson 7 and send me the voice recording exercise number 1 and number 2, and I will give you additional feedback. Okay, now the next thing I think is you answered some of the questions in part B, which is also going to help me understand more about your speaking and pronunciation of American English. Here we go.
First question. What is your educational background and your work history? All my education, I took it in Mexico, and the rest in United States.
That's a little bit awkward. All my education, I took it in Mexico. I probably wouldn't say that. I would say I completed my education in Mexico. That's going to be a better way to say that idea.
In St. John Seminary in Camarillo, California.
Okay.
My work history, I was working in factories. In my last job was in U.S. Postal Service.
Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, I'm doing voice recording number 3. Here. This is voice recording 2.
First question, what is your educational background and your work history? All my education, I took it in Mexico, and the rest in United States. And
well, we did that one, sorry. Okay, here, let me go to the next one here. Okay, here we go.
Second question, why is it important for you to improve your speaking and pronunciation abilities of American English?
Okay.
Important for me to improve my American English is to preach better and people understand
Go back to what you just said.
To improve my American English is to preach practice of American English. Important for me to improve my American English is to...
I would say it is important for me to improve my American English because, not is to. So that's a language use error. So sometimes when you're speaking, you're not exactly sure how to connect your different ideas together. What do? You probably also need grammar practice, right? So my recommendation is go to the grammar part of my course. This is the 3rd section of my course. Take the pretest. I have a grammar pretest there. Once you complete the pretest and you see your results, it'll tell you which answers you missed and which lessons in the grammar part of my course you can study. So I think you can benefit. You can improve your language use by studying the grammar section of my course. That's something else that you should start doing immediately.
Preach better and people understand me, my message.
Okay. Okay, let's go to your last voice recording here.
Third question. What do you hope to achieve in this course? My hope to achieve in this course is to improve my pronunciation.
Yes. But I also want to help you improve your language use too, because you do have some trouble there. Because when you're speaking, you want to, for example, you want to make sure you understand how to use words like because, or even though, or although, or if, or in as much as, or whereas. Because if you use those kinds of connectors, it's easy for your audience to understand how your ideas are connected. So you need to improve your language use also. Okay, now the next question is, I already gave you some information about specific lessons in the pronunciation area that you need to focus on. However, I also suggested that you need to start working in the grammar part of my course as well, which I think is also going to be very helpful for you. All right, now based on what you just did, I'm going to give you what's called an intelligibility score, so you can see how easy or difficult it is for other people to understand your ideas. Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay, we have on a scale of 1 to 7, 1 is a high beginner, and 7 is a native speaker. And I will include the link in the email so you can learn more about your speaking and pronunciation abilities. I'm going to put you in the intermediate level. I'm going to put you at about 3.4 out of 7 right now. So I think that you definitely need to improve not just your pronunciation, but you need to develop a better command of the English language. That means using the most appropriate vocabulary and grammar to help express your ideas. So here's a tip. So you're starting through my pronunciation lessons. You'll start sending me voice recordings for each lesson. That's one thing you're doing. Also, I told you it's important for you to complete the pre-test in the grammar part of my course. That's going to be also important. Now, I think also spend time reading. I know you probably read a lot anyway, but as you're reading, pay attention to the language. Pay attention to the grammar, the connectors, the subject-verb agreement, all of those kinds of things. Okay? Anyway, thank you very much for completing the pre-test. I'm glad to have you as one of my students. Remember that I am only an email away. You can send me an email whenever you have questions, and I'll try to help you as much as I can.